It's Vandenberg right here on your Classic Metal Show with Wait. Just wait till the shit hits the fan, pal.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah. Well, shit hit the fan for a teenager not far from where you live.
All right.
A texting driver arrested after striking teens, killing 2 girls.
Chris Aiken, 48.
Akron, Ohio. Authorities say an Ohio woman was texting on her phone when she struck and killed 2 14-year-old girls with her car.
Oops.
So since we went from one tragic accident story to another here.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
So these kids were walking along the side of the road apparently, and this girl who was texting. How weird is that? Of all the places you could run off the road, why is it in that little 8-foot space where 2 people are walking?
Yeah.
You got to wonder that, because she could have run off the road anywhere along the way, but it just happens to be where 2 people were standing at the time or walking at the time.
It was their time.
I guess it is. You got to wonder about that, don't you?
I guess. I don't know.
She could have run off the road 15 feet earlier.
What do you think her penalty should be? Execution?
Well, I don't know, but 24-year-old New Franklin resident Natasha Boggs was arrested and jailed Friday. She was charged with voluntary manslaughter, vehicular homicide, and driving while texting and other offenses.
Right.
So she's got like a laundry list of problems now.
Sure.
Court records don't indicate if she has an attorney. Boggs is accused of hitting 3 teenagers in Coventry Township in May, killing Taylor Galloway of Akron, Amber Toma of Coventry Township, and 15-year-old boy was seriously injured.
I don't think she's going to get a warning.
No. Coventry Township is about 9 miles south of Akron. Authorities say the teens were walking on the right side of the road around 4:45 p.m. when Boggs' car drifted over the white fog line and struck the teens.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
You ever see those? You ever see those YouTube videos where like a cop is like attending to either a broken down car or has somebody pulled over for, say, a traffic violation, and somebody just rams them from behind?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just like, how in the fuck does that happen? Why does it happen right there?
You travel more than I do. You see it all the time. People on their fucking phones texting and swerving all over the fucking street. No?
Well, I do, but my question is, I get the weaving and swerving part because you're not paying attention. But why does the impact happen just in that small space where people just happen to be?
You know why? Because when something catches your eye, you instinctively sometimes pull that way.
Is that right?
I find myself do it every once in a while too. I mean, not all the way over, obviously, thank God, but you know, there's a lot of times like it's almost like that you're looking at an accident and then you start edging toward the accident.
Yeah.
I find myself doing that every now and
again. Yeah, it's bizarre. So this girl, and I'm sure somebody in the chat room probably has her picture up there by now.
No, not yet.
Not yet? That's surprising because our chat room is usually dead on it. They know who it is, but this girl, I mean, she's a young 20-something-year-old girl, not a bad-looking girl. I mean, she's just your typical kind of raggedy-ass...
Prison 9?
She's texting. These kids are walking alongside the road, and she plows them down.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So just terrible.
That just sucks. What do you think they should do about people texting and
driving?
Well,
again, texting and driving, but, you know, obviously, until something happens, is there a problem?
I think there is.
So what is the penalty of running people down and killing them because you're not paying attention to the road?
Should be death.
A death penalty?
Serious. If you kill somebody, fuck yes. If you take texting out of the mix. I don't care how you kill somebody. If you kill somebody, the penalty should be death.
Even if it was unintentional.
Why should you get 1 ounce of more than the person that you fucking killed?
Well, I agree, and I get your point, believe me. But I know that the way that the laws are set up.
Well, they're wrong.
It's about premeditated taking of someone's life as opposed to this was just an accident due to inattention or a bad mistake or, whatever you want to call it. It's like, I'm going to set out to murder this person as opposed to I looked down at my phone or I was changing the radio station and I ran off the road and I hit somebody and killed them.
She killed 3 kids, right?
2. She killed 2 kids and injured a third.
Okay, there's no way she can die twice and be injured a third time.
So
she should be killed.
But you're an eye for an eye guy.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just
if you want to be levels here, now this is, texting is illegal. So this would be, purposeful manslaughter. But she killed these people, so she should be killed. Now I'll say, since it was because she wasn't paying attention, you give her the needle. A little more peaceful way.
All right.
If it's somebody that like first degree murders somebody with an iron or something, you give them the nail gun until they die.
The nail gun. I didn't know that was a death method. You're gonna die by nail gun.
Yes. If you first degree murder somebody, you fucking give them a nail every 30 seconds until they die.
Right.
Now that would be fucking brutal.
Right. Well,
that would inflict the same brutality that they inflicted.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna. Phil Luz has it in the chat room.
Oh yeah. She'll do well in prison.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna reveal something on the show that I've never revealed before.
Who'd you kill?
I didn't kill anybody.
All right.
But I had a brother
who
was actually killed in front of my house.
Oh, I never thought that you were ever going to tell this story. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, that's what I said. I'm going to reveal something on the show that I've never talked about before.
Wow.
When I was 5 years old, almost 6, I had a brother who was 12. He was 6 years older than me.
Right.
He was running his bike across the street, and some lady in her car ran him down. Not intentionally. He just either ran out in the street, and he got killed. He got hit by a car and got killed. So, what do you do about that?
She's got to die.
Really?
Yeah.
So if he had a lapse in judgment as a kid, running out into the street, the lady who hit him with her car because he ran
out in the street?
Well, I'm going to assume so. I don't know the whole circumstances even to this day.
Yeah.
But he probably ran out in the street, probably didn't look both ways like he should have done, maybe.
Well, that might be a different scenario.
Yeah, but the end result was still the same.
But she's not the one. She's not responsible in that case. This lady here, the meth-looking chick that killed these 2 in Akron, she was fucking with her phone instead of paying attention and killed these kids that were where they were supposed to be.
Right, I get you.
She should be killed.
Okay.
If your brother ran out into the street,
and again, I don't know that to be the fact. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, I mean, if he ran out in the street and she smashed her brakes and just the car was going too fast, okay, that's a different scenario. But that wouldn't be manslaughter either. She probably wouldn't be charged.
And she wasn't.
Yeah, and so that's a different scenario.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you're too busy with your phone to realize that you're fucking driving a goddamn murder machine.
A murder machine. All right. Well, shovel-headed kill machine, I like to call it.
Yes, that's what I like to call it too. And that's what this lady did. This lady that killed these 3 kids is no different than these Muslim fucks that are running cars into fucking crowds.
All right. So she's equivalent to ISIS.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I like to know where your I like to know where your standards are. Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
She's equivalent to ISIS. Hey guys, I just wanted to say here down under, I've found that this at a red light now, it has become a mobile text opportunity for the driver. Fucking when 10 cars used to get through, only 6 are getting through now because the first fucker's on the fucking texting. I agree.
So is there any penalty for that at all, or is it just
absolutely? If a policeman sees you here with your phone in the hand or anything like that, or if he's a bastard of a copper, and he just wants to do you for something, he'll go, "I saw you with your phone. It's a $350 fine." Mm-hmm. And you lose 3 points. You get 12 a year or something if you're on an open. So, does it deter you? But in Queensland here, it's the fucking nanny state. Soon they don't want you smoking in your own car. I mean, how can they stop that? It's a fucking joke.
Yeah, and since you like the cigarettes, that's kind of tough on a guy like you.
Well, I mean, this whole fucking controlling everyone, where does it stop? You know, fuck, you're scratching your knee on the corner soon's going to be a fine.
Right.
Fuck me. But yeah, this car thing, I mean, I watched the tennis open last night, Wimbledon, and Venus Williams, they mentioned, went through some period, and second week of the tournament, she got off. I think it was a driving charge. I don't know if she killed someone.
Yeah, she ran into an intersection and killed someone.
Did she? Okay, right. That's what it was all about then, because they said, they cleared her second week of the tournament, and the monkey was taken off the monkey's back. You know.
Did you say monkey and Venus Williams in the same sentence?
Well, the monkey was taken off the silverback's back.
Oh my God!
Jesus.
Well, I mean, come on. Look at their asses, man. You could use that as to hold a 6-pack of cans of beers at a party, standing on.
All right, I'm going to have to distance myself from this phone call. This stereotypical racist, I just can't agree with that.
Come on, you're pushing Chris here into comparing this with a lady hitting someone with ISIS.
That was Chris.
Come on.
That was Chris. I have to distance myself from this.
You're gonna yeah, so anyway, it is a fine here. What do they do there if you're on a mobile phone?
Well, if it was Chris's way, she'd be killed.
Oh, exactly. Chris would have fucking the shotgun out from the glove box, one underneath the seat, one taped to the fucking ceiling. Boom.
I think Ozzy.
Would be the white knight.
I think Ozzy's on board with you, Chris.
Good, as he should be.
Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Fucking eye for an eye. The proof's there. Get rid of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fuck those guys.
Too many fucks.
Or girl.
Yeah, so.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you something, Ozzy. Before you off a, vibrant young woman, do you save the pussy?
Do you save it?
Yeah. Do you save the pussy? Maybe cut the pussy out before you get rid of her.
No, fuck no. It's going to be worn out by then, surely.
All right.
It's not going to be in a prime, is it?
I'm just asking the question.
I don't know. I mean, that's what's that? Dr. Neely Stein stuff now, are we talking?
All right, I just didn't know if you would save the pussy or not.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm sure there's a market for that.
Well, there's plenty of guys out there who would like to get some, so you might as well just save the pussy if you're going to get rid of the skank.
Yeah, fair enough. They're selling bloody livers and kidneys in China, you know, like bloody dog meat. So why not?
Sure.
But whether you're going to box it up and like take it home and do anything and all that, I mean, I don't know about that. But that might be more down Chris's department. But
well, we'll find out what Chris thinks. You need to go. Need to go hit your nebulizer and get some air.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. Howdy, Kill. Fuck you, pal. Hands up.
There goes our friend Ozzy Ace.
Yeah.
You know, all I say is cut out the pussy. Look at Carolina Cook at Burner.
Yeah, that's I don't know that. I think I could have lived my life without seeing that.
Where in the hell do you find a photo like that? And look at Nathan from Kentucky with Venus Williams at a car crash.
That's acceptable. Whatever the fuck that was that was just in there, that I don't ever need to see that again.
Right.
That was a bit much.
Where do our fans come up with these photos?
You know what? I want to know that less than I want to see the photos. I mean, I used to be one of those guys that used to track ogrish.com a lot. I used to go, I don't know, do you remember Ogrish?
Yes, I do.
I used to go there all the time to see dead celebrities and shit. People with their heads fucking cut off at fucking bus stops and stuff. But I think I've grown past it. And I really didn't need to see that. I just really didn't. Yuck. Too much.
Yep.
But you don't think that people that are texting and kill somebody should be fucking given the death penalty?
Well, I don't know, because there's just so many, being a constitutionalist as I am.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in there about you obviously they killed somebody.
Yeah. And
there should be a penalty involved. I don't know if it should be the death penalty or not.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
It should equal. Shouldn't the penalty always equal? Like, I always thought, like, if you steal money, like, from a bank, like, if you steal, let's say you steal $50,000 from a bank, you should get whatever the penalty is for having a gun, if you do it with a gun.
Okay.
Plus however long it would have taken you to earn that money.
So you have to pay a penance on top of the jail time or...
Yeah. Because there's a penalty for gun violence, whatever that is. Isn't that like a mandatory 10?
Yeah.
If you rob something with a gun. So that's a mandatory 10. Plus, whatever you stole, you should have to pay back in kind.
Sure.
Which would be, if you're John Rufo, you would get 10 years for the gun penalty and like 65 years to pay back the $50,000.
All right, but can you return the $50,000 that you stole, or do you return the $50,000 and you have to pay a $50,000 penalty on top of that?
Yes, absolutely. On top.
All right. So it's the recovery of the original $50,000 plus the $50,000 you stole.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
We make these penalties harder, people are going to stop fucking up.
Yeah. Well, I just want to understand the logic of Chris Aiken. Believe me, I'm not one to allow people to skate.
Yeah.
It's just I just don't, I just want to know where your, the penalty phase would lie.
Think of it this way. After, let's say, the 10th teenager got put to death for killing somebody in your town or in your local community, don't you think parents would stop giving their kids fucking cell phones?
I would agree. So basically what you're saying is that there are going to be 10 casualties.
Yeah.
that's going to stop the rest of them. So basically there will be 10 sacrificial lambs.
Sure. And just like the murder thing, let's say this weekend there's 10 guys that murder somebody in Chicago.
Okay.
Pretty safe assumption. If you knew that if you got caught killing somebody, you were going to get nail gunned to death.
Nail gunned, okay.
Every 30 seconds, another fucking spike going all the way through your bones until you die. Don't you think you might fucking think twice?
I would, but, again, being a constitutionalist as I am, they it basically says that you would not suffer a painful, torturous
that needs to change.
Situation.
That needs to change. Because there's no incentive to not fuck up. There needs to be incentive to not fuck up. That's the world we live in now. We live in a world of need. Everybody's needy. Everybody needs something.
Right.
So you know what? I need somebody to... Jesus fucking Christ. I need somebody to really fear fucking up.
Okay.
And there's no way to make them really fear fucking up by lethal injection.
Sure.
That's not good enough. You should be pained to death.
So physical pain is the deterrent.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just asking the question.
Dude, can you, I mean, say what we will about the Muslims, which we all have our opinion on the Muslims. But tell me that stoning is not a really good deterrent not to fuck up. Standing in a fucking pit where people just throw rocks at you until you die?
Right. They just basically pummel you to death.
Can you imagine getting hit over and over and over in the face with fucking rocks until your head smashes in? Can you imagine how bad that fucking hurts? That first rock just dinging off your fucking head.
Right.
And then you just got to keep taking it and fucking rocks cutting your legs and breaking your ribs and everything else. That's some real fucking medieval, I don't want to get that shit.
Right.
And that would make people stop.
I would agree.
If you know you're going to die from texting, now guess what? Maybe you won't text. Or if you're really willing to roll the dice that bad, few people get fucking killed for it. It'll slow down a lot.
I would agree.